If you have hypermobile hips and you can't walk very far without an increase in hip discomfort or SI joint pain, despite your best efforts to do physical therapy or massage or wear an SI joint belt, then I'd like to show you how to walk more with less pain in your hypermobile hips, even if you typically struggle with SI joint instability or a lack of energy from chronic illness. And stick around to learn how you can increase your hip stability with 3 neuro techniques in less than 5 minutes. My name's Nicole, and I'm the owner and instructor at Sheldrake Pilates and Movement. I'm a hypermobile human, and I have thoracic outlet syndrome. The number one thing that I want you to take away from this video is that neuro techniques integrated with Pilates exercise is the most effective way for hypermobile humans to improve joint stability, which is not the same as concentrating on alignment or form during exercises. So your brain has a map of your body and how your joints and tissues move in relation to one another. If you suffer from a lot of chronic pain, you have issues in your connective tissues, then the brain's map of the body can become muddy and it can't really distinguish very well between two joints or even two parts of the body that seem unrelated, which means that sometimes joints move together when they should be moving separately. One of the things that often happens is that when we raise our arm overhead, instead of raising just from the shoulder joint, the neck and the whole shoulder and everything will get involved to lift the arm. And that can cause increased tension across the neck and shoulder. And the first thing you need to know about neurotechniques integrated with Pilates or neuro Pilates is that it's designed to communicate directly to your brain by improving the sensory input to your brain, which is how brain gets information about your environment and makes decisions on your movement. Once the sensory input is improved, then we can improve the motor output or the movement choices that your brain makes. This creates more clarity in your brain map and in such a way that you know immediately if it has made a difference to your brain. And while these techniques have been successfully used for years with people who have neurological conditions like MS or have had a stroke, they're also super effective for hypermobile humans who have had a lot of chronic pain and that low proprioception that interfere with the brain-body connection. So this is how you improve your hip stability so you can walk more with less pain, unlike a massage or an SI joint belt that just treats the symptoms. However, you have to learn the neurotechniques and exercises in order to make improvements in your stability and your movement. Now, I teach this in my Happy Hypermobile Hips Foundations course, but let me give you the basics, because this seems to be one of the biggest takeaways for students within the course. For example, one student went from an 8 out of 10 daily pain to a 4 out of 10 daily pain within just 4 weeks. When I first started to work on stabilizing my hypermobile joints so that I could get stronger, I ran into all the roadblocks. I kept getting hurt, so I was afraid to change anything. I wasn't sure how to make progress, and I felt hopeless about being able to change anything so that I go back to doing the activities that I loved. I tried massage and physical therapy and rest and heat and cold. It wasn't until I learned to add the neurotechniques to my Pilates exercises that I started seeing progress and change in my joint stability. And finally, I could build more muscle strength. I could play pickleball. I could easily get up and down from the floor with my niece and nephew. I could swim and walk farther. So that's when I realized that neuropilates is the most effective way for hypermobile humans to build joint stability. But most bendy bodies won't even begin to use these neurotechniques with Pilates to improve their joint stability because they're afraid of getting hurt, or they don't have a lot of time and energy, or they really just don't know really where to start. And maybe you're thinking this too, like, I don't have a lot of extra time to add more exercises into my day. I'm already pretty busy, and what I'm doing already is keeping me from getting worse. Now, if you're feeling a little hopeless about improving stability in your hypermobile body or a little fearful of getting hurt with new exercises, then I want to teach you an exercise to improve hip stability with 3 neuro techniques in under 5 minutes. Now, obviously, I can't promise a transformation in 5 minutes that lasts forever, but we all know that if you struggle with unstable hips, that you probably don't have the time or energy to continue doing exercises that aren't increasing your hip stability. So neuropilates is like a rocket ship to improving joint stability in hypermobile bodies without spending a lot of extra time and energy on exercise. Neuropilates is the method I use inside my Happy Hypermobile Hips program so that my clients can walk more with less pain by increasing the stability in their hypermobile hips. I'm going to link up a key training from the Happy Hypermobile Hips Foundation course for you below, because I think that once you see how easy it is to add the neuro techniques to your exercises and supercharge your hip stability, that you'll see that it isn't such an uphill battle, because neuro techniques are targeted to the sensory input that your brain responds to most. And then it's going to feel so good to have an actual plan to start moving forward on building joint stability and be able to feel stronger and more stable in your body so you can walk more with less pain in your hypermobile hips.